The Trump administration believes the U.S. can handle the truth on UFOs. Really, guys? Let's go ahead and jump into this video immediately. This is a suggestion via Discord.
Is the government finally coming clean about what it knows about UFOs? There's a new report by the Federal Aviation Administration that admits in 2023 an orange and white UFO crashed into an Air Force fighter jet during a routine training mission. And the UFO caused so much damage to the $60 million jet that it was forced to land.
Keep in mind, by definition, UFO, unidentified flying object, could basically be nearly anything that they cannot identify specifically. It doesn't mean by default it's some type of alien craft, guys. But let's continue.
It caused so much damage to the $60 million jet that it was forced to land. And that is not the only new evidence that they released. Trump's top science advisors recently admitted that the government may have anti-gravity technology. Look at this.
Our passenger planes are slower than they used to be. Our trains crawl compared to those in other parts of the world.
Regulations.
Our cars do not fly. We are capable of so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space.
Manipulate time and space. Oh my gosh.
Okay, time and space, obviously, if we're referring to any type of like anti-gravity type of thing, like basically how time and gravity basically correlate. They correlate through Einstein's theory of general relativity. Gravitational pull of a black hole. So allegedly, if you get close to it, time dilates and things like that. This is just basically kind of what he's talking about here. But there's technology that can bend time and space. I like the idea of that. I mean, again, I'm in the camp of saying that if we ever do get to the point where we can actually, move faster than light, it's going to have to be through some type of bending of time and space by default. Either way, let's continue.
Surprised that hasn't been a bigger story. So why has the Trump administration decided to disclose all of this now? I want to ask former Pentagon UFO whistleblower and investigator Lou Elizondo. Lou, it's nice to have you with us. First of all, the UFO that crashed into the fighter plane, what do we know about that?
Okay.
Well, the problem is that we really don't know much, and therein lies the challenge, right? When you have an incident involving a $40 million combat aircraft, and only the details now are starting to be released through Freedom of Information Act and FAA, there's a problem. Now, we've been saying for the last 8 years since I've been out that there have been dozens upon dozens of these near-air collisions that have occurred with military and civilian and commercial pilots. This is not just happening with military aircraft. Now, this is the first time we heard of an actual mid-air collision, but some of these objects are coming so close to combat aircraft that they are literally splitting that combat formation right down the middle. So you can imagine how close combat aircraft fly when they're flying in formation. Now imagine a UAP coming in right between them. So this is nothing new. And I think, you mentioned earlier.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon, guys.
A UAP coming in right between them. So this is nothing new. And I think, you mentioned earlier, why is the administration having the conversation now? And I think it's because this has really become the worst kept secret in American history. It's been 80 years of suppression and misinformation. And we're at the point now where I think the administration realizes that America can handle the truth.
Yeah, it does feel like more has been trickling out over the last few years. You've been working with the FBI on their investigations, their FBI investigations. What can you tell us about what they're finding? Is there anything new there?
Yeah, well, I'll say this. First of all, America is getting their money spent very well with the FBI. I'm absolutely amazed how well they're doing. In fact, they're running laps around the Department of Defense's Aero program that was established specifically to look at UAP. And the FBI team, it's a small but scrappy team of folks, are really doing one heck of a job. And I think if you look at Luna's recent statement that she said when she was asked about the FBI meeting that we helped organize in the SCIF, she said it was a 10 out of 10. And that I guess Aero now has some explaining to do. So the FBI is doing fantastic, but also we can't forget about Tulsi Gabbard and the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, and the entire intelligence community. There are pockets of excellence that are working very, very hard behind the scenes also to try to help boost the FBI's efforts. And I think we're finally getting a congealing, if you will, of the right people, the right resources, the right authorities to finally shed some light on this incredible mystery and give the information not only to Congress, but the American people.
We only have about a minute left, but the clip that we played in the intro, I just kind of find to be fascinating. The top White House science advisor saying that the U.S. has anti-gravity and something about time technology.
That's
almost like it almost just kind of
weird.
Slipped out. What are we to make of that?
Well, you're talking about the engineering of the space-time metric, and that is something that we looked at in ATIP, and before that, the programs before mine, and certainly afterwards. This is nothing new. What is new is that the government is starting to become increasingly more transparent on what it knows about these incredible enigmas that we call UAP.
Right.
Well, Lou Elizondo, we appreciate you coming on tonight. We appreciate you always fighting to find the truth and bring it to us. And I hope you have a nice weekend.
Okay, guys. All right. Anti-gravity. Listen, I definitely would like to, if we can kind of flush that out a little bit and we can kind of get some insight on exactly what do you mean by that exclusively and how is it going to be utilized or implemented in any type of, upcoming technology, that'll be great, right? But obviously that type of insight, internal insight, is not going to be something that we're going to ever get on the internet, at least, guys, right? Maybe the dark web, potentially. I don't visit there. That's a no-no. That's the no-no zone. Those people are weird, bro. Right? But either way, now, can we handle the truth on UFOs? I'm going to be honest here, guys. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think that we are, like, at this time, currently too emotional, right? I think if... I'm trying to put my word together here to make sure you guys understand me correctly as I'm trying to articulate this, at least, right? I do not personally think that we have not all of us at least, have the internal capability to understand that if we're just finding out information now and the government has had this for almost 100 years, guys, you really don't have to panic. You don't have to do all these, things that the world isn't ending just because the government finally said something, or it actually could be, to be honest, right? I mean, they could have kept it so long and to the point where they know something terrible is going to happen, right? And they're just like, listen, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and let you guys know. It's time to panic, right? We have an ELE coming, all right? ELE, extinction level event, guys, right? I think that's potentially could be it. It could be it, maybe. Right. But I also think that the minute or the moment they actually do something like divulging all the state secrets for the most part, the Vatican is going to come straight out and be like, bro, how dare you talk about this? Because trust me, guys, listen, whenever you guys send me videos on this topic, I see the comments, guys. Okay. Like there's a gigantic group of people on this planet that will never even engage in a conversation kind of regarding if we're one singular planet, basically a pale blue dot, right? Hold on. Every time I mention it, I gotta show my Carl Sagan, right? Bumper sticker, basically. But either way, there's a gigantic amount of people who will not acknowledge the fact or even join in conversation kind of regarding the fact that we are just a small ball, a blue ball in an infinite sea of stars and solar systems, guys. Infinite sea. Okay. But that's fine too. Listen, I want you to live your life on Earth how you want to live your life on Earth, if that makes any sense. I want you to be happy. I want your family to be healthy. Try to be as positive as humanly possible, right? Approach things with tact often, right? But either way, guys, this is generally a touchy conversation kind of for no reason here. But when it comes down to this anti-gravity conversation, I really want to know what that means. The ability to bend time and space is also very intriguing, but obviously that, again, correlates with, Einstein's theory of general relativity. So if you are aware of that, at least, you kind of understand that correlation. But let's see where this goes. I'll follow the story, guys. Absolutely. But in the meantime, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this type of content, the more that I'll entertain more of this type of content, guys. All right. All right. I'll catch you guys later.